guess I'm here. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to myself for the first couple minutes. You know what I mean? Hi, Rosie. Hi, Kiki. I was just trying to get my act together. That's why I'm late, because my whole act was not together. It wasn't. It's bad. It's not. Let me get this out of the way. Let's see here. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I have something interesting. Let me see if I'm doing this right, y'all. I'm telling you. I at least remember to bring my glasses this time. Oh, cricket. There we go. Oh, see, I messed that up. Messed it up. Let's do this. Wow. So I'm going to tell you. All right. So listen. Okay. So last week at this time, I was on my very first day. I have been on a sugar cleanse. Now, as interesting as that sounds, I'm still on the sugar cleanse. Go away. There we go. Yeah, I'm still on the sugar cleanse. I'm gonna be on the sugar cleanse for 2 weeks. However, in this 2 weeks, there we go. I'm all finished. So in this 2 weeks, so like I go from Monday to Monday, with Sunday being a sugar day, which means no added sugar, right? We can just add a cup, something maybe with that's high in a sugar content. I have found these sugar-free cookies that I love, but anyway, that's a whole different story. So yesterday, I thought I would take advantage of my sugar day, but I'm going to tell you something. Um, After those withdrawals, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it to have a bunch of sugar. So I didn't, but I did try last night. I tried to eat one of those. They're my favorites, and don't judge me because they're so good and creamy and delicious. Those daggone fudge rounds Little Debbie makes. Little Debbie, we need to talk. Those things, not the regular ones in the box. Oh no, I have to have the big ones, the double deckers. So I tried to eat a double decker fudge round last night. Way too sweet. Way too sweet. What's going on in the chat? Let's find out. All right, let's see. Oh, right. Hey, Sin. I just found out the person that was supposed to be my dad wasn't. Spoke to my real dad for the first time in 35 years. Kiki? Whoa. That's big. That's very big. Well, congratulations. Wow. Hi, CeeLo. Hi, Danny. Danny. Guess what? I found your email right now, like 10 minutes before I found it. Why was it in spam? I don't know. It was in spam. Sin gets a card reading. Hey, boo, you are my bestie, Danny. Hi, Pursuit. Sent you guys an email last week or the week before or something. Man, what is going on with our email? Oh, hi. How you doing? Hi, Defined. I know who you are. And yeah, it has been a long time. And girl, I've heard some stories from that whole grapevine thing called Lee. Yeah, I have. We probably need to talk. Um, let's see. I don't know. I'll have to ask Lee. Pursue you. I was getting ready to call you by your first name, if that's okay. I don't either, but that's cute, Sin. It does. And if you don't mind, and I'm being called to it, but last week I started using my infinity deck, or my infinity deck. It's not an infinity deck. My new deck from India Lay. If you don't know India Lay, she's a good friend of ours. She's beautiful, but she published this deck, and guys, I have totally connected with this deck of cards. When I opened it, oh man, I'm telling you the energy. I used it last week. And the messages were spot on. Spirit's working through this deck, so I'm going to use it. Um, um, Sugar cleanse is getting better. The magnesium has really helped with my fatigue. It is very big. I'm glad my mom confessed before she passed. He's 73. I'm missing something on that. Am I? My email would not send to you. I had to go back to a previous. I don't know what the deal is. And then it went to spam and it's been there this whole time. But anyway, send. I'm going to pull you a card here. Where I don't even know where the camera is on this thing. You know what I mean? I'll let Spirit guide me to the card right here. Right here. You got Feel It All. The 17 card. The number 17 card. 17. That's Lee's birthday. Feel It All. It's got a little whale, a big whale. There's people under it. There's people under the big whale. 17 card. Here you go, Sin. It's important. Feel It All card. Resisting the urge to indulge unhelpful, stress-fueled thinking is not the same as resisting the emotions you are being invited to feel. Often refusing to indulge in lower vibration mind patterns gets confused with pushing away uncomfortable or painful feelings. The high vibes only mentality that brushes aside any heavy feelings because they aren't pleasant is a sign of spiritual whitewashing, which is the misuse of spirituality to minimize the parts of the life that are more difficult but are crucial to growth. When you're being triggered in feelings of sadness, anger, frustration, confusion, guilt, or anything else that feels bad, it's important to go into and underneath the emotion instead of trying to go above or around it. Avoiding emotions will only invite them into your life in a bigger way down the road. So face them head on in a calm, quiet, reflective space if possible. Explore what the feeling is showing you for expansion and healing. This is important. If you've pulled this card, you're being guided to resist unhelpful, stress-fueled thinking, allow uncomfortable or painful feelings, avoid minimizing the difficult parts of life that are crucial for growth. When triggered by negative emotions, go into and underneath the emotion. Face emotions head on in a calm, reflective space if possible. Explore what feelings are showing for expansion and healing. I think I know what that means for you, Sin. I know what it means for you, actually. Let's see. Let's see. The song stuff I had. Sherry Lady. It's Sherry Baby. CeeLo. Sherry Baby. Heard that song my whole life. I need a new car. Merlin gave up the ghost. Oh no. What? What happened? What happened with your car? All right, Megan. Yeah, that's exactly what it meant for you, Sin. Megan's this one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pursue you. Yours is the number 14 card, and it is a new season. A new season. A new season. I love the new season card. I got it the other day, actually. In my own personal reading, I got it the other day. A new season. A major milestone on a path of following your soul into healing has arrived, and it will feel deeply wonderful as you return home within your body and its connection to the earth, while simultaneously embodying more of your higher self energies through spiritual ascension. You'll be shedding dramatically any remaining attachment to the energy of lack. This is happening as you become more celebrated to the divinely orchestrated rhythm of the, let me rephrase that, more calibrated to the divinely orchestrated rhythm of the seasons. Over the centuries, we have removed ourselves from this connecting rhythm, moving into the homeostatic predictability of the mind in a disconnected, fear-driven effort to escape pain. Through the gift of free will, Spirit has allowed us to discover on our own that pain is only magnified, and we are trapped in an echo chamber of suffering when we cut ourselves off from the wisdom, rhythm, and flow of the seasons of life. If you've pulled this card, you're being guided to shed any attachments to the energy of lack, tune into the divinely orchestrated rhythm of the seasons, trust what is not present now will have its season and will return. Connect with the energy of what you desire with joy, gratitude, and fulfilled expectation. Shift into heart assurance when the mind notices something missing from your experience. Trust that it is on its way in its divine right season. Trust in Spirit's guidance and divine timing, knowing that nothing is forgotten. Something's coming your way, girlfriend, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, CeeLo, hi. I look forward to you guys being here. The new fuel pump ran. Oh, no. You know what, Mama T? The car was tired. The car was tired. Tired. Tired going to the grocery store. Tired of running back and forth to work. Tired. The car was tired. I had a tired car once. Let me tell you. I did. I had a tired car once, but it wouldn't give up. It kept going and going. I could see the road if I looked into the floor. So I put a piece of wood over it, and it was a stick shift, and the starter was out, but that was okay. I could push start it. So I parked on a hill as much as I could. If not, then I would have somebody push me and pop it. Yep. It was great. I've been getting similar cards as well as just that coming together energy I mentioned in a different live too. I would like to do a video with you guys. Since abuse is your thing, it is, and dealing with an abuser dying. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. We had the viewing yesterday. Do you have any messages from beyond from Oh, we've done the pop start. I haven't concentrated Mama T, but I'm sure if I concentrated I could connect to him. Um um man, you know, this whole abuse thing, it is my thing. And it's only because, I'm just so passionate about the healing aspect of it. Um, I'm really passionate about it. And why is the music on? Anyway, um, so I'm doing this class on Tuesday nights, right? Um, and I got to tell you, I'm not even going to lie. I am getting a lot of personal healing out of teaching this class. I'm facing things that I haven't faced in a long time. I'm bringing forward things that I haven't talked to in a while. And I realized that they were still down there needing to be addressed. And so I I gave my class some homework, and Lee and I did it as well. And it was super healing for me, super healing for the both of us actually. Um Lee learned something about me that he didn't know, and I learned something about him that I didn't know. It was weird and awesome and amazing. And in this healing, and I'm a big advocate of always in healing, never healed, right? Um, that I just I'm in such a place of peace with it, to being able to teach this class and learning so much more about the things that are so similar when we're abused. And I was abused sexually, and then went on to be abused physically and emotionally and mentally, and just so much. Um, I've been through um, so many classes, but for some reason, this one has just been so healing for me. And we're talking about some deep, dark dirt. I don't ever want to be done with this class. I've actually already extended it once, and I'm just, I'm just, I'm just loving the fact that others are wanting to heal this in them. And it's not, it's the interesting part is it's not really the fact of the sexual abuse. It's the trauma that I've experienced afterwards, and the trauma responses that I've had. And like the protective attitude and the hard shell and the whole control freak and the whole, just there's so much, right? Like I was a control freak for so long, and didn't want any control, and couldn't understand why I was a damn control freak. Like going through and digging in all the little crevices and pulling out all the little moldy spots from the crevices of this has been has been pretty interesting. And I'm impressed with everybody in the class how vulnerable and open they are. It's the class is powerful. I love it. I love it. I am going to run another sex abuse class too because it was awesome. Yes, sir. Um, 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 um. Get a hold of us, Megan. Let's do that. That sounds like a great idea. Or let's see. We had we already went through that. Sherry Twin reached out to me after 9 months of no contact, saying not to do candle magic or voodoo on him. He said he believes in me, that I got to take care of my that I got this to take care of my fam. Any type of abuse, Danny, but this class is focused on sexual abuse. I'm going to do an all around in general class on abuse. Um, Look, sexual abuse, physical abuse, financial abuse. There's such a thing as financial abuse, and it runs rampant, and nobody's addressing it. Um, Mental abuse, emotional abuse. There's so much, that goes on behind the scenes in 8 or 9 houses on our block, right? Um, So yeah, I'm gonna do another class on abuse in general and all kinds of abuse. This class focused on sexual abuse, and I don't know why my phone's off. That's the doctor's office. Yeah, they'll have to leave a message now, won't they? Because I'm gonna lie. It's 7:30 at night. Why is the doctor's office calling me? I don't know. It's probably an automated thing reminding me of my thing. Um, CeeLo, let's see. Then I shared that I'm getting a tattoo that says "I just love you." I was just sharing with him that he thought I was doing it for him, so he blocked me. CeeLo. Okay, good. Such things need to be addressed. Yes. That ringtone is so annoying. And it gets louder and it's like ring, 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 ring. It's so annoying. But I put it on there so I'll answer the damn phone because I'm real bad for not answering my phone clearly. It's a horrible ringtone, is it? But I got different ringtones for like different people. Like when Lee calls me, it plays Hero by Nickelback. Nickelback's one of my favorite bands. Love me or hate me. But it plays Hero by Nickelback, the Spider-Man song. It's exactly what that was. That was the automated, reminded me of my appointment for tomorrow night. I don't get to sleep here tomorrow night. I have to sleep in a sleep center, and I'm not excited about it at all. At all. You know, they put all the wires on your head and make you and tell you to go to sleep at 9 o'clock at night. I can't do it. Can't do it. Um, my ringtone is a mess. I've been focusing on myself and my mind hasn't been on my twin. I've also been open to talking to people, but not dating yet. Working on getting my life together and myself. I feel good when I notice I haven't thought about them. That's it. That's good. That's it. I did that. Hey, I haven't thought about him in an hour. Hey, I haven't thought about him in 45 minutes. Hey, I haven't thought about him in 3 days. Right? Then I had to start all over. I know you were talking about the car, Mama T. Um, um, exactly like that. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, I was catching up on the ringtone. Not ringtone, but on the chat. See, you guys got me confused now. I was checking in on the chat. Checking in on the chat. Anyway, um, so I'm how does it feel to be with your twin though? All the way real. Here we go. Um, it's Gemma. Gemma, do that elsewhere. Gemma, go. It's I'm trying to come up with the words because it's almost undescribable, but I'll get there. Um, it's as if free, free and secure, and I'm going to explain those things. Free to be me, flaws and all. Free to look at him and say, I overdraw the bank account. Free to be able to say, I probably, I may have dinged the car. I haven't looked, right? With knowing the response you're going to get is going to come from love and compassion and not like, I can't believe you dinged the car, blah, 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 right? Um, fear of that, fear of response, fear of anything when it comes to, um, you know, everything is, I am able to be who I was meant to be, who I am, not having to walk on eggshells or tiptoe around because I don't want to upset him. Or um, can he get annoying? A little, but not like you think. Like we live together, we're together all the time, we do everything together. So we flow as one. When I'm in the kitchen and I'm knee deep and cooking with cannabis and I'm trying to get it together and I'm making things, and he comes in and starts throwing something in the microwave, humanly, he's in my way. But there's something about his presence that makes it okay. And there's something about our connection that he feels like I should get out of her way. It's automatic. There's there's um there's an energy that's around all the time. And when it's shifted in one way or another, he might be upset or I might be upset, or he may be worried or I might be stressed. If that balance gets off in any way, we both notice it and we both address it. We try to address it right then. Like, let's get back in sync and let's get back balanced. And there's a spirituality to it that's undescribable. There's just a new level of, it's not a relationship, it's connection. It's all connection. And so it flows so evenly. Um there's no, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to do what you want to do. There's none of that. It just goes. It just, there's no, the stress level is down here. We could have $2.57 and the rent be due, right? But there's no stress and there's no worry. There's just faith and trust in one another so deep that if I pull something up and I'm feeling that pain, that he won't go away. He comes closer, right? There's no fear of being left. There's no fear of abandonment. There's no fear of infidelity. There's no fear of anything like human like that. It's just not there in this. I could keep going, but it would take me a while to describe that. I hope that helped a little bit. A little bit. It's good, bad, highs, lows, triggering, healing, love, fear, all the emotions. Yeah. The the fear, I don't feel that because I live with mine, right? I live with mine, and I don't know. I guess I just don't carry that anymore. It's precious. I was afraid of how my twin would respond to me. I realized I'm afraid of how everyone will respond to me. Yeah. Now I'm being myself. Do you find that people in an abusive relationship may leave but replace one abuse for another? For sure, Mama T. For sure. It happens way too often. Yes. And unless they go into healing, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what happened with me. I went from a sexual abusive relationship. I'm sorry, a sexual abusive situation to a physically abusive situation. And I thought that was great, right? I thought that was awesome. I also thought it was love because I didn't know what love was. I thought everybody had to endure that. And then I realized that wasn't true. Keep going. I wrote a letter I never intended to send to my twin. I just needed to get some things off my chest because I completely let go. The next week, my real dad comes up. That's amazing, Kiki. I'm still pondering on that. That's freaking awesome. It was the opposite before y'all came together, like stress, worry, not in sync, no trust. Yeah, it was in the beginning, of course. Lee was a womanizer, so I had trust issues in the beginning. But there was something about growing in the connection, right? We knew we were connected. We were trying to figure that out from the beginning. But there's something about growing with one another inside of the connection, right? Yesterday, for example, the human issues that most people have in their homes, we don't have those. Um, Mainly you don't help around here, you don't do anything, all you do, you know what I mean? Well, I work all day. We don't have those issues. Um, Yesterday, I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday here in the States. If you're out of state, it's a big game. If you're out of the country, big game. Um, we're not huge football fans, but we watch every now and then, right? We'll watch some. But Lee's brother was here, and we had our kids here, the grandkids, and I made some tacos and some appetizers and things like that. So I am, he's here, his brother's here, his son's here. It's a football game. Lee, we went to the grocery store, we came home. We had the grandkids. Um, Lee unloads the car with the bags. I put the stuff away. That's just natural. I don't know why, it's just natural. Um, but when people were here, and I mean his brother and his son, his grown son, they're sitting in the living room, Super Bowl pre-games on. My husband gets up and helps me cook. I mean, he cooked all the taco meat. He he went behind me while I was cooking and just cleaned up the little wrappers and cleaned up things. And sat down and watched the game, ate. Um, and when the game was over and everybody was leaving, my twin got up before everybody left and was helping clean the kitchen. Like, I didn't ask him. It just flows like that. It just flows. We don't even have to communicate in that space because we just flow. We work as one. We work as one. That's the only way I can describe it. We work as one. But yes, Danny, it was opposite when we first started coming together. Yeah, we went through it. Y'all read that. Such a deep connection. And when it's off, it's really rough. When you're heart centered and you're not in your head, it helps. So true, Sin. I talk to my twin in my head. I pull a card for him and sometimes and pray for him. I find I just want to be gentle with him, but assertive with what I stand for. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I don't think I will try anymore. The disconnect with Steve is comforting in a way. Oh, um, is there trouble there, Mama T? I mean, other than the normal trouble, extra trouble. Twin is a liar and went silent again. I'm getting to a push to let it all go. When you let go, did you experience nirvana? Is that what we were supposed to do? Um, I let go a couple times, and nirvana was not how I described it. I did let go. I did let go of him. Our last separation, we both started seeing somebody else. Um, I did not experience nirvana. Um, I experienced relationship, and I felt stuck in a human. Um, um, I don't know if I I don't know if I answered that right. Right? I don't know if I'm trying to find my glasses. Here we go. Um, shoot, I gotta answer this, man. My son, who by the way, he's 15. Um, walks in here like right before my live and says, "My buddies are here. I'll be back." And he left, and the wafting smell of cologne filled the house. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Oh, Danny, can you explain the different heart feelings you felt? Can you explain the different heart feelings you felt and what each one meant for you? Yes, I can. Um, the first thing I felt was fear. Um, let's see, fear. What was big, and I had already had fear from being in abusive situations. Um, fear was very big, very big. Um, fear of being hurt, because think about this, guys. Think about this. It's very important. Hurt is present. It's there. It happens, right? But the hurt, the person, the person who could hurt me to the core. Think about it. The person who is connected to you the deepest is the one that can hurt you the most, right? They are the ones that we feel could just destroy us from the insides out. And some people, they do. Some people, if they've with their twin and they've weren't able to have a successful relationship, they do. I mean, I seen a woman um just let herself go, just be eat up from the inside out, just stop being healthy, just threw herself into an unhealthy environment, started drinking too much, ate way too much junk food. She's a fitness instructor now. She's doing amazing now. But I watched her just go through it, right? It was terrible. Fear, right? Fear was big for me. Alleviating that fear, putting things into healing and letting that fear go changed my life. Changed my life. Um, fear. Trying to think of the way she. Um, oh, there we go. Heart feelings. Um, fear. Intense, intense love, intense emotion, intense connection, right? And the fear that goes along with that, but intense connection. And when that was confirmed, when he said there's some kind of connection here, the minute that was confirmed, it released something in me. It part of that fear, right? It released part of that fear. It released um, the trust issues that I would have had. It released um, it just released all that ick, all that negative stuff. Um, I went through I went through intense um, sort of vulnerability, sort of um, intense openness, wanting to just stay in this flying mode where I felt like I was I still feel like I'm flying and that I can fly. Um, the magnificent connection that's involved here opens up a heart space to just be without humanness, right? I'm allowed because I allow myself to. I'm allowed to be who I am, say what I want to say, feel how I want to feel, and bring that to him and say, I feel like you don't want to be in the same room with me right now. Or I feel like I'm not good enough. Or I feel like you're in a grumpy mood. Or I feel like we should just grab our hands and fly. There's just the openness is there, and it's just free flowing. Um, the heart the heart gives you hope and compassion. And I don't ever want him to prick his finger. I don't want him to stub his toe. I don't want him to cry. I want him to be happy all the time. When he's not, I can be compassionate, loving, and understanding. And he does that for me. And the heart becomes loyal. The loyalty is strong. The loyalty that the heart gives you is strong. And I know it's strong in him, right? Um, I know it is. I can just tell. Gee, I hope that helped. Um, I forgot to turn the music off, but I'm listening to Stick Figure, so it's nice and calm, so I'll leave it on. If then they probably will take down this video, but we'll see. In a state of nirvana, Danny. I'm feeling a lot of love and passion that I feel like I'm going to pass out. It's overwhelming. Yes, girl. Yes. Like heart pulling means, heartwarming means, and palpitations. What was happening in the journey? What was happening in the journey for each? All of the above. All of the above. Heart palpitations, heart, chest pains, um, wavy, warm, hot, extremely cold. Um, there was so much. Like I could taste things. I still can. Like, is he having peanut butter? And he's up there having peanut butter. So there's so much. Um, um, it was we were afraid to say anything to each other. Like now we're not because Lee come downstairs the other day. He was like, drink some water, and he made me some water, and I was like, I was so dehydrated. I felt so dehydrated, and he felt that. Like I can feel things in him, he can feel things in me. It's unexplainable. And some people just don't believe us, but that's okay because we're just wrapped in our own little bubble and we feel each other. We feel each other. We feel each other. And I totally believe in it. I totally believe in it. Um, and Kay, if you haven't watched our journey, you can kind of follow us along in our journey on what we were feeling, how we went through it, because we started telling our story and we told it from the beginning all the way up until, well, I got now almost we're gonna make a number 30 video. But go to our page here, go to home, I forget, but go to our playlist and look for our journey, and you'll see, and you'll watch us like tell our story and what we were going through and how we were feeling and how we made each other feel through the whole thing. Mama T, sorry you're going through that. I have you tried meditation and self-concept? It helped me a lot to change the garbage I had programmed in my subconscious. Thank you, Kiki. That's helpful. Oh my God, I know what you mean. I get moments of that. Yeah, but in my mind wants to take over because I was accustomed to being. Yes, yes. Part of that, accustomed being in a negative mindset. This whole class has changed that in me. It's changed that in me. Um, I love to hear you talk. Oh, Danny, he's the cutest, isn't he? I had heart palpitations. I thought I was dying. Yeah, yeah, there. Yeah, thank you, Danny. But Kay, I encourage you to go there because you. I talk about how I was feeling. Lee talks about how he was feeling too. How do you reconnect with the twin when you don't know how to anymore and feel unsure of it will even come together anymore because all the past? Oh, all right. Here's the thing. You got to get rid of that. It's back there. You can't carry it with you up here. You can't do that. You've got to leave it back there. You've got to leave it back there. It's got to stay back there. You can't bring it with you. Not how you felt, not how it hurt, not what they said, none of that. You've got to let go of it and move forward without that, right? That's so important. And you can't bring that negative energy into it. That I'm unsure. You can't bring that unsure into it. And if you haven't had a free 30-minute with us, get a free 30-minute with either me or Lee or whatever. Get a free 30-minute because in the first 15 minutes we can help you. First 15 minutes. First 15 minutes. First 15 minutes. Or I did 3 times. Oh gosh, Kay, I'm sorry. 3 times. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through that? I want to know. I really do want to know why you do that. Um, Me too. But Sherry had previously shared she had felt this before. And I was like, oh, okay, if I die, then I just do. I can't keep going to the doctor every 5 minutes. No, you can't. Do your During your journey, did you ever feel like you can't be angry at Lee, even when he went missing in his shenanigans? Um, I felt angry often. I felt angry often. The second I heard his voice, I was like, oh. However, there's a point where you've got to back it up a little bit and respect yourself and have some respect for yourself, and you've got to pull into your self-love. And I'm not going to have anybody disrespecting me or running around from this person to that person, this person, that person, and bringing that back to me, right? I'm not going to do that. um so there was anger. um there's even some anger now. I can't lie about that. I can get angry with him. I can. Gemma. It's not very often. It's not very often, and it's probably over something really insignificant, right? Gemma. So, but can I be mad at him? No, I can't. What I want to do is understand. I want to go into understanding of why the actions took place that made me mad, and they're probably completely different than what I've made up in my head. So, in the beginning, we had a lot of misunderstandings. Like Lee would say something, and I would be like, "Oh my God, I take so offense to that," and he would be like, "Why? I didn't mean it offensively." Um, yeah, I don't, I don't. Let me see. Yeah, I don't. I could here. Let me put it this way: I could never hate Lee. I could never hate Lee. I could never dislike Lee because I like him. I could never not have love for him because I love him. Um, Is the possibility ever there that we could separate? I Neither one of us feel so. Neither one of us feel so. But we're not fireproof. We both know that. We're both human. We both know that. We also both feel that this connection can overcome anything, and it has. And we also feel that we've come this far. Why would we ever go in another direction? Unless unless spirit or source guides us in another direction. Um we're so deeply entwined and deeply connected. I don't know how we would survive without one another. That's how it feels. Hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And Kiki, you're not gonna die. It might feel like you're gonna die, but you're not. Being bombarded with her name on Instagram and the suggested accounts I've posted that says stuff like stop running or take me back. It's crazy. I just unblocked her and finally can balance fear. Been having the warming happen, and if I don't know if it's warming because of her or someone else, or it's, oh, let me tell you, Mama T, Mama T, Mama T, Mama T, girl. I mean, look, um, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Mama T. I do not know what you are talking about. But all right, Mama T, I see what you did there. Oh, brother husbands, girls. Um, I mean, I'd have to talk Lee into that, but Lord, child. Um, I've been having the warming happening. I know that warming. Kay, you need if have you ever talked to us? Have you talked to me because have you ever talked to us? Because Lee and I both experienced the other with somebody else, and we can totally describe that. I can't imagine my life without my twin. Gotten Lee have the triggers gotten less intense as yes, for sure. Way for sure. Triggers way less. K dog. What's the point of dating if you know your twin will come back? Because you don't really know that, do you? Do you? Yeah. You don't really know that, do you? All right, guys. I have a Zoom I got to get to. I know I was a little bit late, but I got to get to it. Thank you, guys. Damn, Mama T got me going. Gonna have to go watch a little SWAT. I believe Shamar Moore. Um, I believe Shamar Moore is probably young enough to be my son. I don't know. Shamar Moore, though. Girls, can we talk about this one? Ugh. Ugh. Now, saying that, I kind of, no, I do feel in my eyes, ooh, he's handsome. He's so pretty. But, um, Lee does it all for me. Lee does it for me. He does it. Sure is pretty to look at, that Shamar Moore, though. He's pretty. Pretty. But Lee, I think Lee's pretty. Pretty good looking. Pretty hot. I do. I love you guys. And I will talk to y'all next week. If I can remember how to turn this off. Have a beautiful Monday, y'all. I don't know if he did, but I'll find out, Sen. I really will. Um, Kay, um, Kay, send me one. or send a message to Lee and say, I'd like a 30-minute with Sherry. Relationship reinvent at gmail.com. Relationship reinvent at gmail.com. I love you guys.